Hey folks, today we're talking about solving simple interest. So we're going to use the example as this. Today we're going to be solving to find the amount of interest each patron of a bank will earn or owe for given situations by solving simple interest problems. Now, your formula for simple interest is as follows. I equals P R T. Now, what does that mean? Oh no, what do we do? Look, I equals interest. P, principal, or the initial amount. R is rate, or the interest rate. And then lastly, T equals time in years. Make sure this is in years, okay? The reason I'm saying that is you may have a problem that shows it in months. You're going to have to convert that, okay? Now, let's look at some examples. Excuse me. Phew. You invest $500 in a savings account that has an interest rate of 5.2%. How much interest will you earn in 4 years? So you're going to take some money, you're going to throw it in the bank, it's going to gain 5.2% interest a year. You're going to make money by letting them hold your money. So, let's take a look at this. Excuse me. What's your interest? We don't know, right? So I equals the unknown. What's your principal? Your principal is the amount of money that went into this. P equals $500. What is the rate? How long? What is the interest rate? 5.2%. And for how long, or the amount of time, are we doing this for? 4 years. Okay, so I equals 500 times 5.2% times 4. Now, we can multiply straight across, but be careful. You can't multiply by a percent. You can if you use the percent button on your calculator, but you don't multiply by the percent symbol. You have to change that to a decimal. So 500 times 0.052 times 4. Okay? And if we do that, 500 times 0.052 times 4, that's going to give us $104. Now, your interest you made for 4 years is $104. It's pretty decent for just throwing some money in a spot and letting it sit there. Okay, let's look at another example. Shane invests $1,200 in a savings account that has an interest rate of 7.9%. How much interest will he earn in 2 years? Now, if it helps, identify your items. Okay? So, do we know the interest? We don't, right? What's the principal? $1,200. What is the rate or the interest rate? 7.9%. And the time is 2 years. Excuse me. So let's write the formula out. I equals 1,200 times 7.9% times 2. And again, multiply it straight across. But what do we have to do first before we do that multiplication? Yes, if you said move your decimal point, you're correct. Remember, we have to change this percentage to a decimal point. So we have 1,200 times 0.079 times 2. 1,200 times 0.079 times 2. And what's that give you? $189.60. 189.60. All right. Let's look at another example here. Jessica buys a car for $8,500. The loan on her car has an interest rate of 2.2%. What's the total she will pay for the car if it takes 7 years to pay off? Now, look at what the question's asking us. What is the total she will pay? She has a loan for $8,500. She has interest rate or an interest for over 7 years. That means at the very end of this question, you're going to have to take $8,500 of the initial loan for the car and add the interest to that for your final answer. But first we have to find the interest. So we don't know the I. We know the principal is $8,500. We know the rate is 2.2%. We know the time is 7 years. So you have I equals 8,500 times 2.2% times 7. Convert, that is 2. That is 0.022 times 7. What's that equal? 8,500 or 8,500 times 0.022 times 7. They give you $1,309. But remember, we're looking for the total. So we have to take 8,500, our initial loan payment, or our initial loan, and add the interest of 1,309. We got to add those up. And that will give you your total, which equals $9,809. That's the total that she'll pay for the car. Okay. That's the end of this lesson. If you have questions, let us know. If not, go to your exit slip, line that sucker out. If you have problems with this, we're going to get back with you and review